10 Best Movies of All Time. Number 1. The Godfather. No doubt the best movie of all time. This has one of the better casts ever in a movie. Great movie, has everything a movie should have, and more. This is 100% the best movie of all time. I know all those Citizen Kanes or Casablancas, but hey. Marlon Brando's got an offer you can't refuse. Best acting, both Brando and Al Pacino, as well as direction. Best quotes of all time. What else can I say? It's the whole life of a Godfather in the film. People are really voting Star Wars onto this list. The movie that killed cinema? Rocky kinda helped, but Rocky is at least twice as good as Star Wars. Movies were no longer made to express opinions. Movies weren't an art form after Star Wars. It became a way to make money. The Godfather is and will always be the greatest film ever made. Number 2. Forrest Gump. My all-time favorite. Never feel boredom to watch again and again. A true masterpiece. This movie is a real thing of beauty, inspirational and superb. A lot of us could and should look up to Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump and Second goes together like peas and carrots. Now this is a list. Great choices up and down the board. Forrest Gump will always be my favorite, and Tom Hanks will always be the greatest actor of all time to me. Historical, funny, inspirational, and with a great soundtrack. A true masterpiece. Number 3. The Shawshank Redemption. Fantastic movie. Well acted, well plotted, well filmed. Such a beauty to watch over and over. No love interest, no car chase, no big battle, no great views of the country, but the best tale you will ever find on film, a wonderful story with things that will chill and warm you. This has only one problem: you can only see it the first time once. This is my favorite movie of all time. Stephen King's best. The Godfather is my second, though. So I understand the choice. Absolutely overwhelming. That's how a script should be plotted in the best way as possible. The acting of Tim and Morgan has taken to heights. Hope this remains one of the best in history for decades. Number 4. The Dark Knight. Best comic book movie ever made. Ledger was damn mesmerizing as the psychopathic Joker. Bale delivers a great Batman and the best Bruce Wayne. His Batman would have been best if it had not been for the voice, although I enjoyed listening to it. It's just that I've never imagined Batman talking like that. Easily beats every comic book movie ever made, except maybe Batman 3, which is currently in the process of getting made. Just my humble opinion. One of the finest performances of the villain and great screenplay by Nolan Brothers. It's one of the greatest movie I have ever seen. I am a fan of Batman and I like all movies of Christian Bale. Number 5. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Come on, there is no greater movie ever made. It's that simple. You will never experience any better movie in your whole life. Have them all as well as the books. Greatest films ever. Films above go away. Keep voting. Best movie ever. The fighting sequels were great and the action was great, better than Harry Potter. This is one of the best movies ever. Number 6. Pulp Fiction. Everything in Pulp Fiction is great. The actors, the script, the music, the chronology. It's the masterpiece of a genius and the best movie ever. Period. I'm surprised that this movie and indeed none of the Quentin Tarantino movies are in the top 10. The most innovative film since Raging Bull. The greatest use of a non-linear plot structure ever. Tarantino brilliantly transfers an Elmore Leonard style of dialogue to the screen. Samuel L. Jackson has one of the most menacing, yet emotionally resonant performances ever put to film, and yes, it is also freaking hilarious. Forrest Gump and Titanic are tone-deaf films made for the lowest common denominator. Best film ever. A true masterpiece and is unique to all films. Number 7. Star Wars, Episode 5: The Empire Strikes Back. The level with which I identified with these characters, the insane suspense during the final scenes, wanting everything to turn out okay and knowing that it just can't. I will never forget the first time I saw this. And it's just as good the 100th time around. I'm a major Star Wars fan and this is one of the 3 greatest movies of all time. It was tough to choose, but in the end, the greatest movie ever created. Number 8. Titanic. I really love this movie. Because this movie proves me one thing, that love can last forever. I fell in love with Jack and the story. It made me cry. I wish I could have married a guy like Jack. A guy who would teach me things, loves me so much, and would do everything just for me. Keep voting. The movie has really a catchy factor. Even though I haven't finished watching because the electric current went off, I still watched the 3/4 of the song and I really love it. I like the story of how they met and how love was eternity for both of them. The story is exemplary, it is so sweet. Evergreen film which make every person to love. Number 9. Saving Private Ryan. The first 10 minutes of this movie is visually and emotionally stunning. I loved it. This my fave. The first 20 minutes is awesome. Love it. This my fave. It ties with like 12 other movies, but I just voted for this one. Unbelievably touching and makes you thankful for everyone that's ever fought for their country. Number 10. Fight Club. When I first heard about Fight Club, all I thought it would be was just a few men fighting and nothing more. I then went to watch the film and it blew me away. It was absolutely incredible and really made you think. The storyline, the characters, the twist at the end is just incredible. Easily the greatest film ever. Gritty and brutal, but it makes you think, and it is so well thought out, produced and acted that it is nothing short of a masterpiece that can be viewed time and time again. Every time I see this movie I just want to start a fight with someone. The story is great and really makes you think about the person you are and the person you want to be. The most awesome concept and originality in the story with great cast.